Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to Badlands. I apparently spent a bunch of cycles talking to myself, not realizing that the recording software wasn't recording until, far too long. So, do an overview as to what's all happened. Up here, we're working on the industrial brick. I've got coal coming up from my hatches to feed these generators, and then I'll slowly get my entire grid running off of up here, and then I'll start to get metal refining. Up here, we're finally getting up into space, which is awesome. Some of those geysers I dug up, I found a polluted water geyser, which I'm just pumping out, sending down. Because I found that polluted water geyser, I decided I didn't actually need the heat from this steam vent. So it's bricked in until I decide whether or not I want it. This is going to be my bulk storage, so I'm going to eventually sweep everything over to here. Hatch-wise, I finally found a stone hatch egg, so I'm slowly starting to breed those up. This system will deliver granite, so my dupes don't have to deliver it. And then I'm starting to cook stone hatches. Once I get 3 or 4 ranches full of stone hatches, then the regular hatches will all be cooked. These trees have finally grown. I'm waiting on one more arbor acorn over here. And so I'm cooking up some pips to get this up to 8. Dreco-wise, I finally got some glossy Dreco eggs. And so I'm now getting plastic, reed fiber. These have started to hatch for extra reed fiber. I'm digging up. Down here, I found a cool slush geyser, which is great. So that gives me even more water and a source of cooling. And then down here, I found another polluted water vent. So I'll eventually dig into that. And that should pretty much sort my water. Obviously, this I haven't analyzed, but that's going to be like 2 to 3 kilos a second overall between activations. This is the same, like another 1.5. It gets plenty of water. And I'm now starting to hire dupes, especially suit wearing. Let's put Joshua down here. I'm almost up to 16 food-wise. I'm up to, self-sustaining on barbecue. And I'm digging down the map, and I'm just about down to the oil biome. So I'm going to kind of open up this area, let all of the carbon dioxide come down. That's what this pipe is for, to pump it all back up. So that is what I'm queuing up right now. Just a bunch of digging, get it all nice and opened up so gas can flow through. And then I'll put a suit dock down here, and we'll use that to get my dupes into exosuits for the oil biome. Not sure how far over I want to go, probably just far enough. I don't have any way of dealing with ethanol just yet. I need to make a storage solution for all the ethanol around the map. So eventually I'll make a mess out of it and then clean it back up. And yeah, there might be a bit of OCD of trying to make this all nice and even. Don't care. I guess we can dig down. I want to leave that. Perfect. Then I should, gas pumping in over there. All right, we get that all nice and opened up. I'll give my dude something to do. All right, so water-wise, this is running through insulated pipe to keep it cold, and then it is running through my water tank to cool down the water tank. I think I'm going to put an airflow tile in here and try to let this carbon dioxide out. That way the water tank will actually hold more water. Over here, the polluted water from that upper polluted water comes in, fills up these tanks, all the excess gets dumped over here. And you can pick up extra water. There, now water can fill that in. Research-wise, I've done it all until I get space research. So I actually destroyed that research station, and I'm going to move it up to here. This we're going to make into another Great Hall, and then probably some more recreational rooms. I did find the natural gas geyser down here. I just haven't tapped into it yet because I want to wait till I get some steel. And then for a cooling solution, I just put in this big loop of water. It's not an active cooling solution, like I don't have an aquatune or anything else in there. It just runs through my water tank. So that cool slush geyser is helping moderate this, which helped bring down the temperature of most everything. This area is still warm from that steam vent, but now it's bricked in, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, my goal is to just keep ranching those guys, convert my ranches over. How are we on pits? I think that's 6. Yeah, we'll leave that on 6, and we'll convert you over to stone hatches and cook them up as fast as possible. And then this pump is just saying anything that's carbon dioxide, come down to this tank. This is emptied for the soda fountains, and then anything extra is just going to get cooked off. And what I'm going to do is because these are regular gas vents, once they get over pressurized, then the whole system breaks. By putting one high pressure vent, now that I have plastic, in the middle, then I can always pump some extra in there. Once one packet of carbon dioxide comes out, then the whole gas pressure in the area gets changed and this all starts working again. And then this system is just saying if this pipe is over full, turn off this valve to let the whole tank empty. Because now both of those are full. And that tank's full, but pretty soon we're going to need more water for more electrolyzer purposes. Wish that point of interest building wasn't right there, but what are you going to do? Can't always get things exactly where you want them. Pick that up. Do I have enough iron ore? I was running low, but I've now dug enough. I can now put in another fire pole. Yeah. Come on. Mouse is being all sorts of squirrely. As always, when you guys are watching these videos, if you see something I'm building or you have questions, post it in the comments. I'll eventually try to make a video, for some of these machines. Some of the stuff I just do automatically because I figured it out a while ago, and I forget that new people to the game or someone who's never tried it before might look at that and be like, but why? Like, why do you have these up here? Well, these are up here just because this is going to produce polluted oxygen. I might as well turn it into clay and prevent a mess. This over here is for polluted ice. So any polluted ice my dupes dig up gets dumped into here and then melts. No big deal. All right, sweep only. We don't want liquefiables. Anything that off gases. Or that. Alright. Now because of that, I can now finally clean up everything around the bedrooms. Also put in another set of bedrooms and another set of bathrooms and a place for dealing with polluted dirt. I thought about waiting till I found poke shells and then trying to ranch those, but yeah, I should be okay. With all the ranching I'm doing, I shouldn't need the lime from the poke shell malts. I think I have a decorator. Alright, you're pretty well skilled up. I don't think I need to do anything else other than, some of that. You turned into a mechatronics engineer. You definitely don't need farming, but I want to improve that. You can have more building. You're trying to get up to exosuits. More exosuit, more exosuit. Alright, maybe I don't have a decorator yet. So once I get a decorator skilled up, I don't think I saw one. Then I can start making stuff to increase decor. Oh, no, I do. Okay. Turner does decorating. I thought I had one. So, priorities. Alright. And Turner. We don't need operating. We definitely need decorating and cooking. Okay, so because I've got that, I can now start to use metal blocks made out of iron. Start to increase the morale around here. Basically, any place I can stick one of these, I'm going to. Actually, I'll probably remove that flower pot. That's how I can start to get up to the morale bonus. Alright, and power-wise, let's... I guess we'll use this one. There's usually something below. So the idea behind this is if I can start to get my main power spine to provide everything, then I actually produce more hydrogen because I'm not burning it off over here. And you just never know how many transformers you're going to need, so having extras is always good, as well as battery storage. I know this ladder is going to be in the wrong place, but I know to fit in the steam turbines and the metal refiners and all that just always takes up more room. It's better just to hog out a big area, map it all out, and then put it back in. This way all this debris will just fall to the ground. Alright. And then once all that falls there, then I can have my dude sweep it up. And no big deal. You all need power. And this power spine is probably not doing anything useful anymore. So getting through the mid-game hump is always a bit tricky. Of making sure you got stuff stabilized and then come back in and slowly convert it onto better systems. I think I can fit one in there. No. That's fine. This doesn't really need statues because the trees provide decor, but I have so much iron. And then I try to just put a statue anywhere dupes are going to be working. Can probably fit in. I think I made this one too small. Next time I'll make this 4 high instead of 3. I can fit in small sculpting blocks. Alright. More ranching is probably good. You were only interested in hugging eggs. What was Joshua? Exosuit, yep. Exosuits need to be priority operating. Yeah, I've got a ton of build and dig commands going on, that's okay. And it should be the way I have this prioritized down here is this pipe with the cooling can only be used if the polluted water pipe is empty. That way I store up more cold polluted water, which will help cool everything down. That's the plan. And then there's some ice in there, which eventually will melt. But yeah, right now I'm definitely producing way more water than I'm using, and that's kind of okay. Alright, so let's plan out what's going to happen over here. And I know I'm going to want a transit tube. Kiln. A rock crusher. Little refinery and... Oh, there's plants up there. I'm like, why can't I place this? Like, perfect. So that all fits in. I can put statues in between it all. Power-wise, I know I'm going to be bringing in power from the steam turbines. I think we'll do 3 steam turbines, which means I need 2. You run the forge. You run a metal refinery. You run a metal refinery. You run that and the probably aqua tuner. And then you run whatever else is over here. And since I have extra space, we'll toss in some batteries. And since everything is made out of iron, it's all supremely easy. So these are going to be sucking in power from the steam turbine, so they get connected that way. This probably isn't the most efficient way of connecting the batteries, but it works for me. Alright. That is my absolute favorite part about Badlands, and I will keep saying it, is just the amount of iron you've got so you can queue everything and build everything before you even have metal refineries. It's just awesome. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if it was gold, and once I get to space, you'll see the limiting factor not having gold has. Oof, that is so annoying. Alright, and next we're going to need some liquid valves. One, two, three, four. Alright. So this ladder marks the bottom of the steam room, which is going to be this. We need sensor, automation wire, and power. And then, I think what we're going to do is put in right to there. Since I know I'm going to have to come in here to put in an aqua tuner. Try to decide if I want to put in how complicated of an exosuit dock I want to put in, because I know I'm going to have to get in there. I think what I'll do is just a simple water lock and door. That work? So I can just put in a water lock. Like, I don't think I'm going to be producing a huge amount of steam. I'll have to have a think about that. I just know I don't want to do the full auto lock if I don't have to. I don't really want any of those. Those are all bad. Anyway, I'll think about that once I get closer to figure out how I'm going to put in some exosuits. So they can get in here and build the aqua tuner and the other stuff I'm going to need. It is nice dupes can drop as far as they need to drop. Alright. I know this is going to be insulated, so I might as well put that in there. Alright, now I need to get down and get some oil. Oh, I am all out of stone hatch eggs. How many do I have? 5. Alright, so I'm almost up to a full group of those. Map-wise, I've explored a big chunk of it. Have I found any more geysers? Oh, let's have a look. Switched over to temperature. I'm looking for the neutronium. I'm not seeing any. Yeah, alright, well, not a whole lot going on. But, I mean, 2 polluted water geysers, a steam geyser, a natural gas, a hydrogen, like, the one you always want in Badlands is polluted water, and then if you're very lucky, a gold volcano. Finding a gold volcano makes space so much easier having a constant source of gold. Otherwise, to get oxalite, I'm either going to have to ranch puffs or find gold amalgam from meteorites. It's going to suck. Yeah, this whole area of gas is a mess, but that's okay. Once all this gets dug out, then I can pump all the carbon dioxide, get it sieved, and it'll be good. And using a mini gas pump just means I'm not overly sucking everything out of there. This tank stays mostly full, and it's good. Alright, so we want a couple of steam turbines. I think 3. No, I'm all out. I'm out of iron. Oh, that can't be right. That'll be fixed as soon as I start digging some more. I did queue up everything. Yeah, mid-game hump in this game is very much just getting your dupes to grind through all the digging and building commands while they're scaling up. I mean, everything's easy once you've got food sorted, then I can hire more dupes. I've got oxygen sorted, which means I'm not having to worry about them supplying it. But it takes a long time. Hydrogen-wise, I've got 25 kilograms. As soon as I get some steel, then I'll put in a cooling solution around the hydrogen vent. Do have 4. Yeah, just make sure I have 4 glossy Drecos so I'm getting the most plastic out of them I can. And then, oh, wow. That is a lot of glossy Dreco eggs. Does this count eggs? Yeah, 14. And this room has 7. So yeah, these guys keep producing glossy Dreclet eggs, which is good. And then these guys are producing dirt. In order to keep the temperature down, don't need to use radiant pipe for all of this cooling loop because I just want to slowly even out the temperature. I only need the radiant in here where I want it to dump off quickly. And what I might do is turn off that thing's power so that way I'm using some of this cooling water just to keep the water cool. So yeah, that's where we're at. My next project is finishing up the industrial brick, get down to the oil so I can run that through the metal refineries, maybe get a petroleum refinery going, cleaning up the map, and hopefully next round I'll start getting up into space. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.